Hey guys, it's Shawntas Way. Hey guys, it's Shawntas Way here today, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 moisturized tips, or the key to moisturized hair. And I did decide to do this video all based on a conversation that I had with my aunt this weekend, and I was telling them all this stuff, and I was like, you know what, I need to make a video about this. So first I want to start with the top 5 things that I think you absolutely have to do to maintain moisturized hair, and then I'll go into how your hair can, you know, benefit from being moisturized all the time, and how to train your hair to take easy to being moisturized. So it's not gonna, your hair's not gonna fight products, if that makes sense. My first and top tip is to make sure that you moisturize your hair with water. Someone left on in my comment section on one of my previous videos that I did that water was not a good moisturizer, and I didn't know what I was talking about, and I need to get off YouTube. So let me go ahead and say this. Almost every single product that is geared towards moisturizing natural hair, the first ingredient, if you turn it around and actually look at the product, is water. So water is very, very, very essential to moisturizing your hair. If the first ingredient is not water, then it's probably like aloe vera juice or aloe vera gel or something like that. But aloe vera juice and aloe vera gel are pretty much water. They are the closest thing, in my opinion, to water. Water is important to moisturizing your hair. Don't ever let anyone tell you different. You heard it from me. Don't get products. I think that's people's problem. They get products that don't have like the first ingredients, or the first 5 ingredients have nothing to do with moisturizing their hair, and they're using it, you know, to moisturize their hair, and they're thinking that they're gonna have moisturized hair, and it's like, well, you didn't put any water in your hair. Your hair is not gonna be moisturized. Oils don't moisturize your hair. Now, there's oils that work good with sealing in moisture. There's oils that work good as pre-poos. There's oils that work good as the foundation, but they don't actually moisturize your hair the way that water does. So you do absolutely need water in order for your natural hair to be moisturized properly. So that old saying of, oh, don't wash your hair too much because it'll dry out, let go of that. Because, well, let me take that back. If you put water in your hair too much, and this is with anything, if you overuse something, then of course it'll have a bad effect on you. But you don't have to like be scared of water. You don't have to feel like that if you put water in your hair's gonna like dry out really bad, because that's not the case. Yes, if you have a relaxer or if you have your hair straight, then no, water is not your friend. It makes your hair frizzy, it'll mess up your whole style. But when you're natural, then water is definitely your best friend. The next key to moisturized hair is to, number 2, deep condition your hair on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, or whatever kind of fits into your schedule. Weekly and bi-weekly have benefited me the most, but you know, it's all about your hair type and what fits into your schedule and what works for you. If you've been skipping deep conditioning, actually when I don't deep condition, I actually notice that my hair needs to be washed sooner. If you skip deep conditioning, you're really leaving out an important part of your regimen. So make sure that you deep condition. I know that some people don't like to do it. I know that some people would rather just wash their hair and then condition it and then get out of the shower. But no, you need to condition your hair. Even though it takes time, it really does help with maintaining moisture in your hair, and also helps with your routine for your hair to take better to products. It just helps with a lot of things. It helps with hair growth. It helps with so many things. So it's very beneficial. And I've actually been stressing the deep condition thing since I've even like first got my YouTube channel. So people who have been following me for a long time is like, oh my God, again, just talking about deep conditioning. But that's how important it is. I never leave that out of like my key things, I always talk about deep conditioning because I know that deep conditioning really works, especially if you're using the right type of deep conditioner, especially if you're using the right ingredients in your deep conditioners when you're using when you're doing like a DIY. It really benefits your hair. And I actually need to put out a new DIY deep conditioner routine for you guys, but I'm trying to wait until the winter time because it's a wintertime DIY that I use in the wintertime. One thing that I always do is I put a shower cap over my head or a grocery bag, because grocery bags actually work better. They trap in the heat more. And I'll sit for like 30 minutes or something like that. Or other times I'll just leave it in my hair for like 10 or 15 minutes while I'm in the shower. It just depends. Now this is what I was wanting to say. It goes to the training part of having your hair trained to your regimens and things like that. Back when I was transitioning and I had hair that was damaged and then like, you know, different hair textures, it was very important for me to deep condition my hair for a long amount of time. So it wasn't really an option for me to only deep condition for 10 or 15 minutes because my hair needed more attention than that at the time. So I will always deep condition my hair for about 30 or 40 minutes because at the time that was what my hair needed. But as my hair got healthier, like now I'm able to choose, like I just fill my hair out and like, okay, what does my hair need today? And sometimes like it's okay for me to leave the deep conditioner in for 10 or 15 minutes. And also, if you look on the back of your deep conditioner, sometimes it only recommends that. So it's just like you have to figure out if that works for you, and you also have to figure out what your hair is telling you. Tip number 3, or the next key thing, is to use the Loc Method. And which is a leave-in. Well, you know what? I do it in a different way. I do a leave-in cream and oil. Some people do a leave-in oil and cream. I don't personally like that method. Are you guys noticing that my key to moisture is like the same thing as the things that I tell you for hair growth? That's because they go together. When you moisturize your hair, you can almost guarantee that your hair is gonna grow. So if you notice that some of the tips in this video are the same, then that's why. Loc Method is all about how you layer your products. So you wanna layer it in a leave-in or a liquid, and you wanna layer it for a cream or a styling product, butter, and then you wanna seal everything in with an oil of choice, and that will leave your hair moisturized. My wash and goes normally last for a long time with using that method. I've been using that method for a long time, like ever since for the longest. I don't really change that up because it's the best method to me. I already kind of mentioned this in the beginning, but number 4 is to use products that are water-based. Your products that you use on your hair are important. A lot of people like to just get any product and then they'll be like, oh, well, this will work because, you know, I'm doing this type of like regimen or layering my products this type of way, and I'll just use these like products that have sulfates in them that are really cheap. And it's like, then the 3rd day of your wash and go, your hair is super dry. So it is important to use products that are really good for your hair and products that have really good ingredients in them. I know that with some products it can be by a brand that you really trust, but then when you get the product and you're trying out the product, it doesn't work on your hair the way that their other products does. That's okay. That doesn't mean that like you're doing anything wrong. It's just that, okay, that's a different product. I've had that happen to me. Like I've used a product from a very well-known company, one that I've been using for a long time, and it was like a new product that I seen in Ross or something for really cheap, and I was like, oh, I've never seen this, and I brought it home and used it, and my hair dried out really bad. So I'm not saying that the companies that you use are gonna have all the products that you need, so it's okay to step outside the box. I'm saying to read ingredients and to make sure that you are using a product that is moisturized based if that's what you're trying to go for in your routine. Looking at those first 5 ingredients, I feel like the first 5 ingredients is usually the best thing to focus on. The other ingredients are really important too, but they're not as important as the first 5. If you're having so many problems with the products in the stores, you can start to make your own products. I know for myself, I make DIY moisturizers. I make a lot of DIY products, and that is something that has stuck with me for a lot of my journey of being natural or whatever. is DIY products. It's really good to just make your own things and just to put your own touch on things and figure out what works for hair growth and what works for moisturizing, and it's just really good to come up with your own little concoction. My 5th tip is to make sure that you are being healthy on the inside. Duh. You want to make sure that you're drinking water and being healthy on the inside, because what you do to the inside of your body comes out on the outside. So if you have really dry, brittle hair and you've done every single like topical method that you can do, start looking within, because your hair is really responding to the way that you're treating your body. Like, a lot of people like to think that, oh, your hair is separate from your body. You don't have to, you can use all natural products on your hair, all these natural things on your hair. But then when it comes to like your inner body and your diet, it's like people are like, oh, it's okay for you to screw up your body, it doesn't matter. It's like, no, those things go together. If your hair needs natural products and natural methods to survive and to be healthy, what do you think your body is gonna need? Your body needs the same thing. It's not separate, it's together. As far as training your hair and having hair that is easy to moisturize, easy to deal with, that really comes with the amount of work you put in the first beginning of your journey. Even if you've been natural for like 20 years or something, I don't know, and you feel like that, oh, I've been natural for this long and nothing's working for me or something like that, then you may not be paying the right amount of attention to your hair. So you want to consider that also. So make sure that you are paying attention to your routines, noticing what your hair likes, and following through with those type of routines and those products, so that your hair can actually get used to what you do, and also so that your hair can take well to your routines. Because some people are like changing routines every week, trying to find something that works because, oh, this didn't work. Like I mentioned in my favorite product video, when it came to moisturizing product, I had to try a product 3 times. The first time I was using too much of it. The second time I was using too much of it. The third time I said, okay, I'm not gonna use as much as I've been using. And it actually worked for me. So don't just give up on your routines just because they don't work for you the first time. Keep doing them and adjusting them, and maybe they'll start to work a little better for you. And it's very rewarding to get to the point of healthy hair and not have to do as much work as you did when you first like started your healthy hair routine. A lot of people like to think that my hair has always been healthy, always been long, but wrong. I have always had a pretty good length of hair, but I've always had stunted growth, so it wasn't like growing past a certain length. So now my hair is growing past a certain length. Like, my hair is growing all the time. You guys notice, I notice, other people notice. So that's the difference between my routine then and now. Even though I had long hair then, it was like stuck at that length for the longest. For those who need motivation, don't give up on your hair. Okay, that was my video. I hope that this video helped you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below of your thoughts and anything that you want to add to the video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!